I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Hello collectors and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher, and for me it's Friday, which means it's time for me to indulge in the one day a week. Today we're doing some bottom shelf type shit. Not because we're doing a bottom shelf type figure. It's just that, quite honestly, I have a lot of bottom shelf type shit. Not everything is Johnny Walker Blue, Cavassier, and Hennessy. I don't even know what this is. It's some kind of brandy, and it's cheap, but it should be effective. We are here spending another day with my haul of armor, including, of course, as I said before, my fancy purchased hauls and my homemade hauls made with boba straws, which mean a lot to me. Today we are looking at another one of our Target specials, the Marvel Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest Iron Man Model 1. Not to be confused with the Iron Man MCU Mark 1. Two totally different things. I do it, man, wow, this lighting setup that I got going on right now makes these things look way better than they actually do. I'm patting myself on the back, even though, of course, I didn't vet this lighting setup. But let's say we cut this bitch open and see what's inside. And here goes Iron Man Model 1 out of the a box, looking very silvery, plasticky, I guess. I mean, he looks good. He's looking good. We don't want to sell him too short with his host of effects, which seems to be pretty much every effect that every Iron Man that Marvel Legends ships out comes with. A couple of blast effects, a couple of fist hands, a couple of swirlies. I'm not complaining though. At least we get something. So let's say we take a closer look at Iron Man Model 1. So collectors, what we have here is a fairly basic ass action figure. I don't know what to tell you about this. He is built out of plastic, which I will say looks much better under the lights than to the naked eye. But he's Model 1, so what do you expect? He is what he is supposed to be. The arc reactor looks nice, though. You can take a look at that. Actually, the whole thing looks nice. The issue, of course, when you build something out of just gray plastic, or plastic in general, is there's a lot of marbling going on in this figure. Now, we could say, hey, that's because, he's an original and he has flaws and cracks and everything, but we know that's not the case. We know it's just lazy construction. Also, are his ankles supposed to move? Because the ankles of mine don't move at all. I don't want to move them any further. But if they don't, if they don't move, they don't move. I'm okay with it. He just doesn't. He just. If you don't lean him forward, he'll just fall back a little bit. That's all. So, normally I would tell you the head sculpt looks nice, but, it looks like it looks like it should look. It's just some basic ass Iron Man, original Iron Man shit, you know. And I guess I'll give him this. I mentioned when I looked at Destroyer, I didn't know why Destroyer had an ass crack. This guy doesn't have an ass crack because he shouldn't have an ass crack. You know, in my opinion. Whatever that's worth to you. And yeah, for what it's worth, he does have some double jointed action going on. At least on the at least as far as again, what kind of poses? He's supposed to be a basic Iron Man, and that's what he is. He's a basic Iron Man. You know, this is what I'm talking. Okay, let's lean him forward a little bit so he won't fall back. He won't fall back on us. He looks like what Jack Kirby drew him to look like when he inked, you know, this Iron Man. You know, this is so you can't come down too hard on him because he looks like he's supposed to look. And if you're building a progression of Iron Man on your Iron Man shelf, then you kind of have to have this guy on here. If you're building a progression of Iron Man on your Iron Man shelf and, you know, you're going with the Mark 1 as opposed to the Model 1, or you're doing both, you kind of have to have both these guys on here to go from this to, well, that guy back there. Or this to that guy right there. You know, truly he's an older Iron Man as far as looks go. But, you know, this is what that would become. And so we picked him up again at Target. Original price $24.95. Probably overpriced. Got him for half price for $12.50. Probably overpriced. But, you know, I'm happy to have him. Chances are he's going on the shelf because who doesn't want an original, you know, I don't know, did he show up in issue number 1 of Iron Man, or did he show up in some like Amazing Stories type? We're going to go ahead and say he showed up in issue number 1 of Iron Man looking like this back in 1960 whatever. What kind of value do we assign this basic ass Iron Man? Well, we think that you're killing me over here, Hasbro. We think that this Iron Man is a passable value. This guy here is a passable value.
As an addendum to this video, we want to apologize to this Iron Man Mark 01 action figure because it is not a basic action figure. It's actually a pretty good action figure. And we want to apologize for the discount action figure dude because he didn't notice some of these things, because this is what happens when you combine bottom shelf brandy and cameras. Sometimes you miss a few things. While editing the video, we got to see that there were rivets up and down the action figure. There seemed to be like details of a face behind the mask. There was sculpting and engraving all over the figure, which should have been mentioned. But alas, the discount action figure dude did not notice any of that, mainly because of bottom shelf brandy. We would like to tell you that we will do better, but that would be a falsehood, especially on Bottom Shelf Friday. We will be the same. You'll get more of the same. And for that, we like to do a future apology. Admittedly, Bottom Shelf Brandy discount action figure dude is a little more entertaining, but he also misses a few things. This is actually a pretty damn good value for an action figure, and it should be adjusted as such. Stay strong, keep collecting.